Royal, Horizon, and quick and easy paper towels and napkins.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the very first live Oui Culture program for 2023. It is a pleasure as always, and we're looking forward to having a very interesting one this evening. Well, the entire team is here, and it's good to be back. I trust that all our Oui Culture fans had a great Christmas, and of course the New Year has started in a way that you all, expected, and it's going well for you. All right, so we welcome all our viewers on GBN Television 7 and 11, our viewers on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also our listeners on K105 FM. Again, welcome. The team is here, and so we're going to bring them in. And of course, in keeping with the tradition, we had to bring in the doc first. Doc, how you going? You're muted. You're muted, Doc. Doc, there's a new year. You can't be talking and you're muted. You had to stop that for this new year.
Well, let me say greetings to all the listeners, and I'm really, really elated. So I'm going to start the program in our usual form. The first thing, just want to greet everybody for the new year, and I hope it is a prosperous new year for the listeners, and particularly for my colleagues, my co-hosts on this program. Today, Goddfrey just came from the Tivoli School Sport, and I won the old boys race. I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear that. I was watching it live, don't try that. Don't try that.
Well, you didn't hear or didn't see. Maybe the race went so fast you couldn't see.
Don't try that at all. I had ball, honestly in cricket, ball by ball commentary. Well, I had spikes by spikes commentary, so don't try that at all. Don't try that.
I think I paid from Scala. They are licensed from Scala, so I think I could get away with that one.
All right.
Who didn't see me? They just didn't see. So anyway, just saying greetings to everybody, and it's a new year. Hopefully, we're going to be able to reach into your living room and wherever you are all the time with the edutainment all the time. So again, Happy New Year, and we start the ball rolling.
Right. Well, usually when you're doing things like that, you kind of keep it in the family. So we'll go to the Queen. How are you doing, my love?
Wow, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the viewers, the fans, the Oui Culture fans. We've had a very long break. Compliments, Leader Free. So we are back, and we're happy to be with you once again in your living rooms, your bars, wherever we are, wherever you are viewing us from, whichever country, whether it's cold, hot, not too cold, not too hot. Welcome back, and let's make it fun.
Right. Well, just before we go to the King, let me just tell you, some money meet me and well cost me up today in Grenville very serious, so just letting all you know. Yeah, well cost me up.
not 3 fingers, no?
Well, I find out watching her, and I find out he had all the utensils, so he had all the utensils, but he tell me, just check Scholar, and we go know who it is. It's a little fella,
Yeah.
Well, you don't have any utensils at all.
Yeah? So, King, how you going, man? How things? I see, New Year?
You look.
Nah, man. I stay same old here. As a matter of fact, that program and them you had that was filling in for the live with culture, you have my old man cousin me, because you see the program and them, and you see the program is Friday night, Saturday when I go back, when I go by, he tell me, well, wait. Last night I see you get nice and well trimmed, and you mean you go back and start only here in your head. Not realizing it's some full program where you did the click. So you want 911. Hold on here, go back so fast in my head because he want me to have this guy here in my head. So he's so happy. You're tying up the man Goddfrey.
Me tell you.
The funny thing about this program is I just stayed there for a bit, is that how much people calling me thinking that these are actually live programs that we're doing. They never heard that before. And they like how I speak and they like what we think and whatnot. Whole thing, So boy, I tell you, we have to bring back some of these programs and me for myself, I go back and I'm watching them. And I now understand, as Reece said to me, and Reece is right, I just understand why people like this We Culture thing. So, and I understand why Doc can do all this thing. Doc can do all this thing, So, Doc, I forgive you, but I understand how. But I want to just say good night to all our viewers. It's very nice to be back, and I decided I'm coming back nice and shiny. So you see my shirt. It's actually fluorescent. I have to shine. It's a year to shine.
At least you try close enough to theming. The other two they continue.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because they know what we're dealing with. And the truth is that I look for me national wear.
Yeah.
I look for me national wear, but the problem with me national wear, the national wear, when you see you take that thing and the man, you put them in camphor. Because one people wear that, so you put them in camphor. You take them out to just wait, so smelling the camphor too bad.
Yeah, but the folks can't smell it. It's only you alone that smelling it. So
yeah, and it ties me up. But you never know. People might start to smell thing on Zoom.
Well, the way the world going there, what you mean? All that. But no, you mentioned about some of the programs, and actually, I went back and I specifically looked at one of the legal program. And let me tell you something. And you mentioned, what Reece said. And I'm saying, Lord, why me with us talk all this sort on the People TV, and I was just cracking up, and you hear talking, and but when you sit down and you actually listen to the kind of things that you see, it's really, really fun, and you're right.
The graduation one, I got to look at that graduation because I was at work. I had a couple co-workers at work too, so it just came on. Like, I forgot about We Culture. It came on, and I was like, no, it's that bad. I am cracking up. At me. Scholar is putting me in a frenzy. Doc is like, and Goddfrey does just misbehave. I remember part of that program is like, I was shouting to y'all are not taking this program seriously. I was like, what? Okay. And then I understood now, why is it that these principals were meeting me and telling me, thank you for defending us, because y'all were really on about this preschool graduation thing. And of course, Goddfrey started to talk some kind of mess about why is it that the children that does bite people, why they don't keep them down.
I see Doc right that, and I don't ever recall saying anything like that.
No. You said that. I listen, that program was hilarious. I tell you.
That program should have got that M-Wag.
The truth be told.
Yes.
The truth be told, you didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say that. You said that.
You're right. That would have been with M-Wag Award.
What M-Wag Award?
Right.
Anyway.
But Doc.
Yes, sir.
We don't have, you don't make anything make sense.
That you, That New Year.
That's why he didn't make no sense with the girl that go out for she birthday and she decide she put it on iron or whatever. After that,
I wonder what he want with him.
He get shame, you know.
I wonder what he want. I wonder what he want with the passport. The passport.
Let me give you one. And this one is cultural. Let me give you one. Now, during the COVID, and I understand that COVID started to kick up again. I understand that we start to have cases. But during the COVID, understandably, you had financial institutions and so on that had this protocol. They make people line up and so on outside, and then people go in drips and drabs into the place. But then this has become cultural. Because I'm seeing these institutions still have the people lining up outside.
yeah.
Some people, especially where they have to go and pay bills and so on, long line on the outside in the elements. And I'm wondering to myself that this is a culture and a cultural shift that really and truly I ain't like that. Because the truth is that if I go in the bank, I don't want people to know I'm going in no bank. And to the inside the bank, I know the bank, they make all kind of like a runway in the bank.
They make footsteps for you to stand up on you. Some people.
And they had a run, but they have runway too. They have runway with the arrow, so you go in.
Yeah.
And
So what is the name of the program? We ain't like that?
And hold on now. All them foot and thing they make, it can't fit nobody, you know. All who stand up be wrong size, you know.
It can fit my foot. It can fit my foot.
Yeah, you see foot small. But I know, but I just find, I ain't like this thing with this set of people line up in the sun, sometimes it's so hot.
So King, the name of the program is what? We ain't like that?
No. That is make that make sense.
That is make that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, that make that make sense. I get that bit.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, agreed.
No, but these things happen, eh? These things happen. You remember banks and funerals, for example. Used to be 4 o'clock in the evening.
And I even change it.
Yeah, I even change that. Even the banking hours. Bank used to open up to 4 o'clock.
4 and 5.
Yes, and now
Friday.
bank closing 2 o'clock since after Ivan. Yeah.
And that's why I believe that this one will stay. And honestly, I don't like that one.
Banks back to 4? I think they're back to 4 now.
Banks? No.
The credit unions are up to 3:30 on Friday, and I think the banks are back to 4. But they were up to 2 for a period.
I didn't know the bank. I didn't hear that.
No, I think it's 2 o'clock.
On Fridays. Huh?
No, but on Fridays. Banks used to be up to 5 on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 4 normally. And funerals used to be 4 o'clock, so nobody used to have to leave work
To
and
go.
do funeral and these things and them. But I haven't changed that. And now we're looking and we see what COVID is doing. And
COVID brought funerals to 9 and 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But now COVID making people line up to go and pay bill outside in hot sun, and if trees will take you.
Western Union line. You didn't see Western Union line on the Esplanade Mall there?
Yeah.
Full
And the sun doesn't stop shining there, though.
No, I don't like, honestly, that is one I don't like. I really hope that make that make sense.
Yeah,
Make that make sense. Okay, Goddfrey, before we go to the program, this is like Reece has repeated that, and I stand by what I said now, as it relates to the make that make sense with the lady and how she went on a limb.
He doesn't give up.
No, because I'm right. So I am saying I stand by my statement that doesn't make sense.
You go ahead and stand by your statement. You
All right.
stand. Stretch on it.
All right, let me repeat.
Let's go to the program.
Let me just repeat something I said in the chat there. Eddie. What a pumpkin!
Scholar, you see that, eh? You realize?
No, that's not what that. Anyway, guys, maybe we see you should just we have our friends on Facebook. Good night to them again, and
Yes, maybe we could just do a little roll call because, I'm seeing about 52 of them watching right now. So, we want to welcome back Yulene, Cynthia, who said that she missed us, Marva Nelson, Dodo Charles, Ernesto, Veronica Sandy, Sonia Mathlin Scott, Marilyn Godden. And I had quite a number of people messaging me privately to ask if we're on, when we're coming back, that sort of thing. And Goddfrey, I really think that the programs, it was possible for us to premiere them, to post them over as a premiered video on Facebook so that the viewers there don't feel left out. Because that segment,
yes, they were
totally left out. And they can't have GBN, like that. So
yeah. This is something. Yeah, this is something.
But Goddfrey, we see. I think one of the things I would like to see happen is that when we see mentioned like a roll call, I would like to, like whether it's Canada, England, it would be nice to have an idea. Even probably more important than names of where these people are located, so we have an idea,
Yeah, sometimes I remember to tell them, just say where you're viewing from, and we should also mention it. But let me tell you, Yulin is saying here, Reece girl, I keep wondering who is this American lady that's speaking day at first. But when I watch good, I realize it's you that day. You're real catch me tonight, girl. I was about to ask Goddfrey, who is this lady? You could still ask him, Marilyn is saying 4 p.m. is dark for bank to keep open. 2 p.m. is bright. Jose is saying, first I'm happy and sad at the same time because as a past student of MDC, we're celebrating 60 years of many great achievements in sports, education, and culture. Also, one of the giants of these successes was with the contributions of a favorite teacher of franchise king, franchiser king. What is he saying?
Francesca.
Oh, Francesca. Okay, so it's Francesca King, aka Miss King, who gone too soon. May she rest in paradise.
And Livingston and Goddfrey, in case all you did not know.
I know.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Goddfrey, that is Eugene Liquish's sister.
Yep.
Okay.
And Jose is saying tonight is not too late to give her all the flowers she truly deserves.
Yeah, I wasn't aware. Yeah.
I agree with you, Jose. McDonald College just celebrated its 60th year anniversary. It's not like it's stale, and I agree. So much accomplishments in sports, education, culture, and let's not talk about those social issues too, because I'm very proud of McDonald College and how teachers has handled certain situation and all that. You remember our program on teenage pregnancy?
Right. Yeah.
I'm very proud of McDonald College.
And
Yes, of course. And this is me giving McDonald College its flowers. I went to the Anglican high school, and I always wish that anything when it comes to finals for girls, it must be McDonald College at high school. I don't mind getting licks from McDonald College.
Wow.
Yeah, but Reece.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. There was no way that McDonald College could have ever beat high school in that valley.
In that valley?
I think we beat the high school once or twice. But
we've been in the finals, and that's what matters.
Yeah, but it is very difficult. You see, because what they do is a trick. It's a trick thing.
I know it's something, so come here and bring up there. You go through.
It's a trick thing because let me put it this way. If every time Anglican High School had to play McDonald College, they had to journey to Soteres to play us. We more than them. Every time we had to play high school.
Home court.
And sometimes we have postulate over the hill, so by the time they reach town,
yeah, but college in that back. Yeah, but what I'm saying, but scholar, if high school go in Soteres, where they playing?
In Soteres court.
Where is that court?
So there's only a so there's only a coat, you know. So there's a coat, so there's a jacket, so there's a blouse.
So there's a that. But joke you making me that. Where in the market? In the market? Down by the market down there? In the bus coming down?
So there's a coat inside by the RC school by the church there.
Yeah.
That coat have more hole on the road, you know. You can't
Magna College have a coat.
Yeah? To bring up people, you mean? To bring up people. anyway, fellas, we getting ready to celebrate 49 years of independence. So let's go over to Doc. Let's go over to Doc. How talking?
I'm going to come strong.
I find so. What you mean? Let me go to Doc. I find so. Doc, let me go.
8:31. You want to take the break, or you want to go into that now?
Okay, well, let's take the break and then we come back to you. So we take our short break, our first break, and we come back to Doc in a moment.
Do you have muscular pain that no one can find a solution for? Are you tired of taking meds for joint and other pains? Hills and Valley Medicare Center on Grenville Street, St. George is here to help you heal. We will help you map a path to your full recovery. Visit us Monday to Saturday for a consultation with our on-site doctor, physiotherapist, and massage team. You will be glad you did. Our Medicare Center, a proud member of the Hills and Valley group of companies. On the hilltop or in the valley, we are with you wherever life takes you. Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Your health is our business.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Paging all Grenadians at home and in the diaspora to be part of the journey to 50, reflecting on the past, planning for the future as we get ready to celebrate our 49th anniversary of independence. Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. Events to be observed for our 49th anniversary of independence include table tennis tournament at the CSA building, February 3rd and February 4th. Independence Calypso Finals, Sutter's Bus Terminal, 8 p.m. February 3rd, February 4th. Open water swimming competition, Grand Mall Beach at 9 a.m. and beach tennis at Grandans Beach from 11 a.m. Also the Independence Boxing Tournament, February 4th, 8 p.m. at the Youth Center, National Independence Church Service, Grenada Trade Center, Sunday, February 5th, 3 p.m. National Colors Day, the Inter-Ministerial Display, and the 49 Cultural Extravaganza, 7 p.m. at the Granville Bus Terminal, February 6th. Then the Made in Grenada Expo, Military Parade and Rally, 10 a.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, Tuesday, February 7th. Happy 49th, Grenada.
It's redemption time. It's redemption time now. It's revival time. It's revival time now.
The St. George's Baptist Church, in collaboration with the Alliance of Evangelical Churches, invites you to the first ever Church on the Road Redemption, Sunday, January 29th at Lassagess Playing Field, with live performances by the Kingmen, Ajamu,
Feel the music, man, with a new mission.
and Wizards, SGBC Worship Team. Spoken word by Pastor Stanford Simon. It's a family event. Bring the kids. Kids Club commences at 4:30 p.m. with discussion quizzes, Bible stories, and many other fun activities. Redemption, Sunday, January 29th, Lassagest Playing Field, St. David. Bring your family and friends to Redemption, the first ever church on the road. One Christ, one church, no one left behind. It is Redemption time.
Tell them, let them know. With the news.
Whether you're shopping for hardware, building materials, and appliances, Hubbard's Building Supplies at Grand Anse is the place to shop. With improved facilities, increased parking, wider variety of products, and a trendy and spacious layout, catering for all your shopping needs. Why wait? Visit Hubbard's Building Supplies today. Now open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Hubbard's, quality service, affordable prices.
St. Paul's Sports, Cultural and Development Organization presents the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza on Sunday, 5th February 2023 at the St. Paul's Community Center starting at 12 noon. Enjoy the widest selection of local foods, craft exhibition, art display, local handmade jewelry and more with performances by Solid the Band, Octane Band, Thamara St. Bernard, Jonathan Francis, Shireen Brazan and Matthias Williams, Tara Eastman, Jay McDonald, Shoshana McMeo, Smokey, Chain, Conception Dance Theatre, Carriacou Shakespeare Mass, Shortney, St. Paul's Government School, Co-op Bank Comancheros, Lion Pride Percussions, Aquino Romaine, plus a special guest performance by Lavaman, powered by Judah Sounds. Dress in your national colors.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo.
Welcome back, everyone. It's We Culture, the very first one for 2023. And of course, it's a pleasure to have you all back. And of course, we want to encourage you to please share the live. So just in case there are those out there who are not aware that we're back on, please share so that they can be part of all the fun. So tonight we want to talk a little bit about independence. It's 49 years. We're getting ready to celebrate 50 next year, and we know that, there are a lot of big plans for that. So tonight we're going to chat about that. So let's go over now to Doc again for our feature address. Doc?
Scholar started, I say, well, I'm in 2023. I would get a little ease up in terms of the bickering, the attack. Already intensified.
New year, new attack.
Anyway, what really for me is like, a nation is like a child. You're going through, you reach 13 in some places, in some other culture or countries, it's 16 as a child, some places 18. But usually it is recognized with something significant. A possibility where you could get your national ID, a possibility where you could get your license, a possibility where you are, like in some places you get a major gift and you have a send-off. In some, I know in African culture, you have to go in the bush and you get trained and then you then say you become a man in some other situation. So as the passage of time, it is a recognition that you are old enough so you should be on your own. And the key word here is that you're old enough and you can be on your own. I don't know any magic number for a country. It could be 50, it could be 75, but I believe 50, we are old enough to say we are on our own. Now, I believe through the years at one time, even when we got independence, we were supposed to vote as the British, and then we were supposed to vote as the Americans. We couldn't go against apartheid. We couldn't vote in the United Nations against apartheid. We had to abstain. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do that. We couldn't. We were part of CARICOM, and we had to vote as a bloc. We had to respect the motherland. And so even when the revolution came, it was a problem because we broke ranks and we started supporting Cuba, we supported Afghanistan, we supported the Soviet Union, etc., etc. I think now, without any rancor at all, that as a nation, we have to say we take the bull by the horn. It is no longer the CARICOM is no longer the British, is no longer the Americans. Grenada must decide for Grenadians. Grenadians must decide for Grenada what we want, how we should proceed in the future. And anything we want to do as a nation, we should do it and feel free to do that. And that come. And for me, the first thing has to be the Constitution. Should we have a review of the Constitution, a re-evaluation of the Constitution? Do we need to have a projection about the planning for the next 50 years, where Grenada are going to be? What Grenadians want for Grenadians? What is our national flower? What is our national dish? Is it still the oil? I mean, are we satisfied? How do we treat the flag? Do we go by the old protocol or the new protocol, if there are any such thing? But I think one of the key questions we must answer, who are we? We have to answer that. We have to answer that and decide who are we, what we want, what defines us, what makes us uniquely Grenadian, and pursue every major avenue in order to achieve those answers that will be given. Who are we? Are we a Jab nation? Are we Afro-Caribbean? You know, who are we? Who are our friends in the international arena? Do we vote again as we used to, or can we vote on our own? So I say, going in this 50th and this 50 years of nationhood, we have to start to look at things. We have to forget about, as far as I'm concerned, dependent on foreign investors. Not that we don't need them, or not that we don't want them, but we must forge forward and let people come in and fit into our grand scheme of things. So I am saying a lot of things that we have to then say we are responsible for security, for the area we choose for economic development, the emphasis we must place on any aspect of our culture that we want to, that we believe is unique to us. And I think that is where we should stand. That is the focus. And it means that the politics that we have today must change, must reflect a lot more maturity. And then we must have a unifying team that will take us together, because a unifying team is the only thing that could help in nation building. There's a lot more, but I think I've said a lot that we can chew on. So,
well, it's a feature address, so, usually when you do a feature address, some people have to tune off, some tuning off have to happen. We have to kind of start to, well, you're finishing. So we don't reach there yet.
So I finish. I don't want you to get bored. I don't want you to walk out. I don't want you to walk out before. so I am. My feature address is completed.
So, Reece, what do you find about this speech? Was that a good one? Was that a good speech?
I find there are some repetitions, which speaks to, well, things haven't really changed since he last said it. You know, I find that there are certain things that sounded like, you know, he just pulling out things from everywhere and he kind of putting it together, like, you know. He didn't really plan. As much as he wanted to come on the program, he didn't really plan.
That is speech.
Tell me a lie.
But
Reece, you should be on my side. I don't know what's going on with you now. You should be on my side. I don't know what's happening with you today.
Goddfrey, one thing I could say about our speech.
What?
You see the speech said reverse answering?
Listen, Doc. Why didn't call me or call me write that speech for him? You should people write speech. Hold on. That speech that each.
Don't come down on the part on that.
Listen, Reece, what's starting? Anyway.
I would say my evaluation of the speech, that the speech was not a bad speech at all. As a matter of fact, the speech put a lot of things into context, and the speech gave us a lot of food for thought. There are a lot of good things embedded inside there. Stuff that spoke to issues. Let's say, for example, he touched on issues of the flag and what it is that distinguishes us from other countries. And we have a lot of distinguishing things. I think that is what makes us. So you see, when people speak about independence and so on, independence is bigger than just having been on your own and all of these things. But independence also is about having unique things that differentiates and define who you are. And I believe that in a lot of ways, who you are and so on, and who we are is still evolving. Evolution, it never stops. So at one point in time, maybe in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and you go down the decades, a lot of our who we are that has changed with time. But one thing, those distinguishing features, for example, our flag, the national flag, and Grenadians with the pride inside them. So we have some things that by 473 has become something of pride. And look, it's in Reece's as she displays that 473. Grenadians, just those numbers means even more than even the flag these days. This 473. You hear it in songs, you hear it in all kind of things. So this is something that has become significant and sort of defines and differentiates. And when you're in a foreign country like Canada and so on, where a lot of our contributors are, 473 takes on even greater significance for them. Just this simple code, telephone code. It's so significant. You
can add Jab Nation to that.
You understand? 473 Jab Nation, the national flag. And I think Livingston spoke of the protocols and so on and so forth. Grenadians are one set of people who are stupid over the national flag. As far as Grenadians concerned, our national flag is the best national flag you could ever have in the world. I just feel so as well. As a matter of fact, if I see a bundle of flag flying on our kind of flagpole, you could pick out Grenada. Easy. But at the same time, I don't know if it's because we are looking at it through a Grenadian lens. And I just wonder sometimes if all them other countries have that same feeling about a flag.
They can't. They can't.
Yeah?
They can't.
I just wonder that.
They can't.
There are some countries, the flag is a cloud.
and three blocker colors.
And them colors them dull.
Why not just that?
You wash up.
White cloth and then somebody take a pen and they shake it and
it's only some of the African nations that could compare with ours. Like Cameroon, is it Ethiopia? I think it is. Only them, because they have black added to theirs, and they have the stars, that kind of thing. But other than that, they could feel as proud as they want about their flag. When theirs is laid next to us, they know what time it is.
And
they want to know whose flag is that.
I really just wonder sometimes.
I think everybody have this affinity and this link to the flag, and they hold on to that. I mean, when you're looking at like those countries that made it to the last World Cup, I mean, people came with a flag. I mean, numbers. I mean, I believe as a people, like African people, we have more flair, we have more zest. So when you see, like example, like when you saw Ghana or Cameroon or one of those countries. I mean, you know, they're weighting a different way, similar to how we do. But I think all the other countries,
primary colors.
But all the other countries, I believe people are too. But Scholar, I wanted to ask you something when you were going, when you mentioned the 473. I mean, I know that Grenadians have this 473, but are there any other country that also have the number and like celebrate it, like maybe Trinidad Water?
Yeah. 878.
The code like we celebrate 473?
I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I am so much into Grenada, but I know that Trinidad talk about I think it's 876.
868.
868.
But let me tell you, honestly,
there's Jamaica celebrate theirs as well, but always just have a ring to it.
Yeah, that's so nice.
Let
me tell you, I find, listen, for me,
drag on it.
For me, the first time I ever hear about this thing with this number is in Grenada, 473.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I hear it in a soca. And it took me a while to kind of, yeah, and then it dawned on me. And this thing just took off, and I don't find, I mean, the flag, you know, some other countries, they do, for example, in the US, they talk about the stars and stripes and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
And so, but that 473 thing, I think it's unique to Grenada. Maybe other countries have it, but they probably got it from us.
I think it's more like for them, it was like an identification of an area. Like if I remember clearly, when I lived in Canada, there was something about TO. I think the area code, there was some 416 or something like that. I mean, the Canadians out there very out on that, but there was this 416. So when you talk about you're going to TO, you're going to 416 kind of thing. It was more like an identification of an area, and not this pride thing that we have. It's like we belong, you know, we belong. It's not where we're going, it's where we belong. So even if we're living in Canada or we're living in the US, we're from 473. We're making that association is a real pride thing.
No, definitely.
And maybe we could boast of that, you know? We could boast of that.
I wanted to ask you though, and that made the point, as it relates to the flag etiquette. I mean, where did we get this from? In other words, we got our independence, we made our own flag, but did we import and take those people etiquette? Because somehow I have a feeling this thing is white people thing. Just the word.
When you said Grenadians bad for the flag, when you said Grenadians bad for the flag, that was something that popped up to me. We bad for the flag as in identifying with it. But the great Leslie Pierre, may his soul rest in peace, would have taken you to task about how we bad for the flag. Because as far as he is concerned, and maybe even, I would go out on a limb to say maybe even Citizen Rulo, might take us to task on that too, about how Grenadians treat their flag. So we want to wear it. We want to have 3-4 flag on we head at the same time. Head in with bum pocket. We just want to drape it around our waist everywhere. But you would hear even Miss Payne Banfield speaking about how is it that we are supposed to treat with our flag. It is supposed to be that thing that you don't step on, you don't touch the ground. You know, it's like a company's logo. You know, this is like our logo, and we are supposed to frame it and hold it with high esteem, and we don't do that. So we're not bad in that area.
And my thing, Reece, is that when this flag etiquette was created in 1970 Liga Drop, right? I believe that as time has evolved, that we should touch up the flag etiquette, because a lot of things that were not relevant then have become relevant. And the truth is that people doing that don't want to disrespect the flag. as a matter of fact, it's a thing of pride to tie your head and to put your flag in your. It's a pride thing.
It's a big thing.
I'm with you.
But there was no need probably to do that in the 70s and in the 80s. But with the evolution of time, I mean, this flag thing has become so, I mean, in our soca mona and all this kind of thing in those days.
I'm with you, because if I can tie my head, right, with my 473 come Juve morning, Juve is not the same thing for me. I wouldn't like that, you know, if I got banned from having a flag.
But let me this is significant there. And you know, Scholar mentioned about, you know, in those days we didn't have soca monarch and the national flag. When you, for example, when Carnival come around, have you ever, I mean, traveled around St. George and Grenville to see the among the people? The most flags, Grenadian flags, sell at Carnival time and around Independence time.
Yes.
So it is significant. So my question, with all of that and the flag and I agree, maybe we should relook the whole flag etiquette and all of that. What about our anthem? We have this anthem, it is slow. We can maybe go by Denzel and.
Oh God.
No. You see, I'm riding on the question Doc asked, because it's a very, very significant question. Who are we? This is very.
You understand by
export, you know. Yeah, and I mean this.
No, but Goddfrey, let me tell you something. Grenadian has special set of people. Grenadians have this mentality, yeah? And it's strange because it's sort of like a paradox in a way. Grenadians have this mentality. You see, if you come out, where you come out and you come here, as you open your mouth, you good. So that's why all kind of man, I mean, yeah, man had come, I think he's in jail now probably. And everybody wondering, well, hold on, man, I can't think that man singing there. But you don't know where Grenadians go and fuck out this man and bring here to say he's having show and thing. So wherever they come out, and people will move in droves to support the foreign thing and so on. But at the same time, this thing you're talking about, we anthem. Grenadians will tell you, and me for myself, I just feel so as well, that we are the best anthem.
Yeah. But we have to touch it up.
We are the best anthem.
We have to nice it up. We have to.
I know why we anthem.
But I think you change the anthem if there is a major shift in the political. I remember, like in South Africa, when the ANC came into power, when Nelson Mandela and them came. I don't know the exact wording, but Caesarly or something like that is the new anthem. No, that was not the anthem before, but one was developed during the struggle of the ANC. So that major political shift brought a different anthem. But I don't know, I don't believe that the anthem we have needs to be revisited or to change. Maybe, as I say,
not the words, you know. The wording is perfect.
Oh, but people on their own can play with it one way or the other.
We going by Denzel and a little brass.
I don't think you could go and change the official time in it. Well, I don't believe you should then. I shouldn't say you can't. But go and but I believe like if somebody is doing a program or so, a scholar, or you're doing legends or so. That at some time you can have somebody doing a rendition in it that is different. Or somebody might go in a studio and do a different rendition and spice it up as they do in other national anthem. But I also believe that for official function, I believe, and I agree with Scholar, that we have the best anthem in the world.
Guys,
the nature of it. The nature of it.
I am.
I'm just asking if that's
change. I'm not proposing change. But I'm not one to ascribe to things being very set. It's like you meet it there, you meet it so, and it is as perfect as can be. But who's to say that someone cannot take the lyrics as it is and add to it and make it even better, that you have an aha moment. Yes. I think that is possible. So I am not one that is saying that it needs to be changed, you know, but I'm saying that we shouldn't just say it is perfect. It should be left alone, because it was created in a certain time by certain people. But we have, you know, people that are more advanced in their music, in their thinking, and whatsoever. So I think it's possible that you might just have someone, it's just like Ariza and Nexa and all of them. Countries rebrand, businesses rebrand. So if you decide that you might be rebranding, you might just look at your emblems and say, well, maybe we need to add this, maybe we need to add that, you know. So I'm not so stiff.
My thought is, and well, we have to go to the break, but a lot of these things, are they a true reflection of who we are?
I believe the national anthem is all encompassing.
Once I don't see Africa in it already.
I think the lyrics.
When you listen to our national anthem, it is all encompassing. Like, I believe in terms of something that reflects about an intention to grow, something that wants to keep us together, something that is not antagonistic. I believe our national anthem is really, Reece, don't want to use that word, and maybe I shouldn't, but it's almost perfect. The word in the lyric is almost perfect.
It's almost perfect until someone bring it to you with more, and you said yes.
But Reece, don't worry that because the national anthem, the accompaniment and even the melody of the national anthem, it's like a Jim's thing.
That's where I'm going, and that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. If it's well, that is exactly my point. Is it a true reflection of who we are?
Yes.
No.
It's like the music behind it is like an organ.
That's Dinosaurs.
Organ. Yeah.
Dinosaurs. He didn't have like a shell in the back there. You know? Let's take the break, and when we come back up,
we need to revamp this thing and some music in it. I find it. More like us.
We take a break and we come right back, folks. Stay with us.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire.
Rep your colors. Hot 98 presents the 473 Colors Boat Ride. Going on Saturday, February 4. Get your tickets now at Goddfrey.com for only $65. Food included. Boarding time 7 p.m. The boat sails at 7:30. Music on board by the Hot 98 DJs plus other guest DJs.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Rep your colors on the boat, cause this one here is gonna be epic. Lock the date, Saturday, February 4th, Hot 98, 473 Colors Boat Ride. Don't you miss this.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Speyside Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Speyside Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Speyside Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500. or visit any of our 3 locations. Speyside Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
Hubbard's is once again innovating the way you shop with its new online store, providing 24-hour shopping convenience. You can shop now for appliances, hardware, houseware, building material, and more. Free delivery island-wide. shopping now at hubbardshardware.gd. Safe, convenient, reliable.
Have you heard about the new Softweave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Softweave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Softweave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo.
Welcome back, everyone. We Culture, and in a moment we'll open our telephone lines and of course invite your comments as well. Let's go to our Facebook page, Reece. I think we have quite a number of comments from some of our viewers on the Facebook page.
Right, so I'll try to get as much in. We have Jose saying Goddfrey. We had 2 courts in Sotez for MacDonald College. The first was by the old police station and second at the RC school lower down Sotez. Why MacDonald College was so great in netball, volleyball, basketball, and small goal football. He's saying that is why. Apparently for a time there was no audio. He did tell us that. Dodo said that she finds Doc's speech was very good. Very good, Doc. Don't bother with them. He's also saying, I agree, scholar, our flag is outstanding, rich, and bright. Cynthia is saying our flag is the best. Dodo is saying Guyanese's flag is bright, also close to ours in colors. Yes. Yulin is saying, yes, scholar, you're sure right about that. Our national flag is the best. No doubt about that. Sonia is saying Grenada have the best flag. Erlin Woodruff is saying red, white, and black. I guess Erlin has treaty associations. Ronnie Slinger is saying little children will look at we flag first because the colors are pretty. Dodo is saying, hey, don't ignore my Canadian flag, eh? Well, hers is red and white with a maple leaf. That's a Canadian one. Cynthia is saying, got that right, but no, we have mixed numbers. No, so no one can tell your area now. She was speaking about the 416 and Toronto and all that. Sonia is saying, you are so right about that, Reece. Our flag needs to be more respected. Dodo is saying, yes, Reece, 416 was a Toronto thing. Cynthia is saying, yes, and we are real special. Daily Alexander is saying, good night to the panel and everyone on the live. Cynthia, but we are not to change anything about it. That's the flag she's speaking about. Dodo is saying, when there is Caribana in Toronto and Labor Day in New York, our flag is the most outstanding. Facts. Veronica Sandy is saying, Sabrina Francis should give it a little rev up. Yes, I think so too, Osanaika. Jose is saying, well, why scholar don't write one? He wrote one for MDC recently that was parodied on the streets of Sotez last Monday. So there you go. And Cynthia is saying it is to be used on or for formal occasions. I guess that's the flag she's speaking about. So
national anthem. I think that's the national anthem.
The national anthem.
Yeah, right.
It is to be used on or for formal occasions.
My scholar don't write one. Yeah.
So that
okay.
That's all our comments?
Yes, that's all.
Right. So we can open the telephone. The line is open, folks. The number is 435-2041. So we invite your calls. We'd like to hear from you. We talking independence, and it's 49 years this year. Time has gone really fast, and we're getting ready for the big one next year. And we know there's a lot is in store for that. So let's go to a telephone and see who is with us. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Good night. I knew it was you, I just knew it was you.
Again, you catch me, You catch me that last day. I said, well, who this new post together tonight? Is when you speak, I know it's you, You
everything. Nobody else.
You looking good.
Thank you.
That's why I play hockey tonight. Beautiful woman, that's why they play hockey tonight. Yeah, you they play.
I hope you won.
Let me tell you something concerning the anthem. We say the anthem today. When we go to school long time and we going in funeral and thing, and they singing the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord my shepherd, I not want. When you go to the Catholic Church in Tivoli, and they give you the Lord is my shepherd, and you get it with music, you dancing until you like you then a dancer, because they come in and they telling the Lord my shepherd, I not want. You understand? So that kind of change the beat from, you have to change the beat with the national anthem, because you sing Hail Grenada, then you have to say, you don't do it like the Lord is my shepherd. So when children singing it in the street, they go dance.
And everybody gets standardized
it. You then, the Lord, you crying in funeral because they're singing the Lord is my shepherd. But no, they're singing it, you don't cry in funeral because you're real bit. When you go to Wally RC Church, I don't want to come out, because you got in real music with the Lord is my shepherd up there, and the choir and them bad all kind of things up there. Yes, so tell me to change that. Give the thing a little rhythm, man.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, you could do some rhythm, because when you get that kind of song on them, up in the church up there, you don't start to cry, you start to dance. But when you get it, the Lord my shepherd, you won't cry. You start in the dead right through. Anyway, everybody, happy New Year. A nice program. Let me continue, and let's go as we going. No obstruction. Yes, everybody. America, England, all about. Pastor King, Miss Pato, everybody. Miss Edrison Sotes. We enjoying the program. That's big people program. Right, the Lord my shepherd. Change that.
Oh, Lord.
You see, it's the same thing I was saying. The thing to then. Scholar, call Denzel and see what they could do.
You gotta call him sport.
Yeah. Call somebody and see. We gotta see how we like money. That
nothing for Mount Zion. They for export.
No. Mount Zion.
They for export. And them Bacayard and them.
Bacayard export and Mr. Legs and them.
Let's go back to the telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, caller.
I love your program as a teacher. It's very educational when coming to talking about the national flag and its etiquette. One of my biggest concern is seeing our national flag being sold in Indian stores and Chinese stores. I find our national flag should be bought at a special place. Things like that should be sacred to us. And then when they are done, they're not in the correct color. The emblems are not properly positioned. So there should be somewhere where we can go and get those emblems. As a teacher, I don't like it at all. So that's my contribution. I agree. Very good program.
Thank you, caller. Thank you.
Before you go to the next caller.
Yeah, okay, Doc, you go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said it shouldn't be sold, but I think the problem is not where it is sold, where it is made, manufactured. Yeah. A lot of our flags come from is made in China. and it's not made in Grenada. But also, the teacher highlighted a major point in terms of a kind of quality control. No flag should be coming into Grenada that does not meet the standard of our national flag. So, I mean, I am seconding that motion, but I think we should not be importing flag that is made in the next country anyway into Grenada.
But
so
let me.
I've seen nutmegs on flags, and you're wondering what is that?
But let me tell you.
Looking at the nutmeg.
But let me tell you. I think this is instructive, because if I'm not mistaken, and I stand corrected here, but I think for that very reason, this is why we can use it, or what we buy, we can use it to jump and wave and do all kind of things. Because I recall some years ago in the US, a flag was burnt, right? A flag was burnt, and I think the person had to, well, they were convicted for whatever it is. But generally, when you see these flags, I do not think it is the flag per se. I think there is a slight difference which allows people to get away with all that happens with the flag. Like I said, I stand corrected on it, but I believe this is why this is correct.
You are correct in the sense of the substandard, right? Flag versus the quality done to specifications kind of flag. You are right about that. But to say those that are like substandard, it's okay for us to jump and wave with it? No. The flag that is substandard is still perceived as our national flag.
Well, no, you see, I think we have
what needs to be fixed really is that the standard need to be consistent.
No, I think we need to differentiate between our national colors and the national flag. I believe there is a difference. Someone may call.
That's slightly different, eh? That's slightly different because you can
but that's what I'm saying.
Put 3 panels of material together, red, gold, and green, without the stars, without
the nutmeg
as a flag, and that is our national colors, right? And even with that, it needs to be standard. So we have some pale yellow, we have what you call like the golden yellow, we have some green that look fluorescent, we have some red that look rubyish, and we have some that look like red, right? So I agree with the teacher, and I agree with Doc that it needs to be standard. Where it's coming from, there needs to be quality control. If you are producing flags for different nations, you are supposed to know that there are certain specifications, ink, whatever that is supposed to meet. So this whole idea that, we have some substandard flag that people could drag, and we have those that are, who's sitting there to inspect, that kind of thing. The perception is still there that it's a Grenadian flag.
Well, okay, but I still maintain there is a difference. But let's go to the telephone.
Okay.
Oui Culture, good evening.
Yeah, good night.
Yes, good evening, caller.
Yes, what I noticed is some of them flags in them store too. If you watch the nutmeg, they had the nutmeg upside down,
Yeah.
Some of them had the nutmeg upside down. So that's something we should watch into too.
Okay, thank you. You see, and this is the point I'm making. I don't think, because I think the flag itself is unique. There is something very special about it. So the flag is the flag. The other things, well, no, hold on. The other things that we get are basically replicas. I don't know if it is.
They are not replicas.
Okay, all right, no problem. Well, like I said, I stand corrected, but I know there is some difference.
What they are selling is a Grenadian flag.
They are phony products. They are sold as authentic Grenadian flag, but they are phony.
Goddfrey, I agree with you. You know I agree with you. You know I agree with you. This is for argument's sake. I agree with you. I don't agree with that flag.
But then you have its color being displayed. You know those same phony flags you're talking about, those flags that we're talking about, substandard. People go in official function they have a small flagpole, and these phony flags are inserted to represent us. We have a responsibility to the next generation, that is how the nutmeg should be, that is how the colors should be located, that's how the style should be. And then nothing should come into if you want to sell it in Canada and over there in States, etc., so be it. But in Grenada, we should have anything coming in to be sold for public display, as our flag should be the exact replica of what it is.
Yeah, but you see, but here is the problem. You cannot
we could have national colors.
Yeah, but here's the difference, Doc. But here's the difference. You cannot, for example, there is something about whether if the flag touches the ground. And some, there is something in there. I don't have all the specifics, but there is something in there, because the real flag, I do not think we can use it for some of the purposes that is used for.
Goddfrey, you are correct. It's the same thing. Whether it is a phony looking one or it's the real thing, the point is we are not supposed to treat with a flag that way. Nobody, when the flag is dragged on the ground, are you saying to me that a flag that eventually when you open it up and you see the nutmeg ain't looking too right, that was dragged, you say, oh, we weren't disgraced, man, because it was like a flag that have a phony nutmeg on it. No. At the end of the day, what they're putting is Grenadian flag.
But a piece of cloth with the phony nutmeg cannot be our flag. Hey. Yeah, I have already accepted her, so I'm just waiting. Yeah.
Listen. Because I don't want to give me an attack.
Yeah, take her down. You're right.
I don't want to give me an attack, so I'm just thing. But here is what. Everything that Doc has said, Doc is a man. Doc does make argument for a man and he don't know him. No, everything that Doc has said agrees with what with what Goddfrey said.
I don't. That's a stretch.
Hold on, no man. You talk a lot. Let me speak now. No. Doc is saying that there should be a standard, and that the thing should be vetted to ensure that it is authentic, and blah blah blah, and thing. Fine, I agree with that. So when those upside down nutmeg come, these are not authentic. Somebody allow them to come through, but they are not. This immediately disqualifies them as our national flag.
That is my point.
And you think, but what do they represent?
In other words, Rishi, if let's say there is some punishment by law for dragging the national flag, dropping it or whatnot, now you might say what you want. But I can't see myself losing a case with the upside down nutmeg.
But exactly.
And Scholar, I agree with you. I agree with you. But this is you talking about going to court. I agree with you. I agree with you. So you are talking about how we could get away with it. How, as someone who is reveling, could get away with dragging what is perceived as a representation of our flag. That's what you're saying. So yes, you will go to court and you will lose the case, right? You will win the case, right? But what has been filmed, what has been shared all around is a Grenadian dragging a Grenadian flag. It is not a Grenadian dragging an unauthentic flag or authentic flag.
Guys, let's
perception.
Hold on. Let us welcome Dodo. One of our very, very, very ardent listeners is with us. She's in Grenada on vacation. Let's welcome Dodo Charles. Good evening, darling. How you doing?
I am fine. How you guys doing? Thank you for having me on.
We're happy to have you on.
Yes, indeed.
I know that, Reece, but I have to deal with one person on there. Go ahead.
Qasim.
Go ahead, deal with him.
I call him no name.
Deal with him.
Call him in the palm.
Call him as we saw.
Deal with him. Fix him up. Fix him up.
Oh my God! It is so nice to put a face
to the person who used to beat them up with the marbles.
You understand?
Yes.
You see, I come to Grenada and I challenge them, but the excuse is they're busy, they don't have time. You know what I mean?
And I don't understand that. This is things to be videotaped.
You understand? I was so looking forward to that. I even Scholar, you know, but I'll deal with him later. Don't worry.
No, Dodo, I come and look for you.
Oh, gosh.
Scholar.
Hey.
When did you come and look for me?
I can't remember.
When I told him when I was going back, he said, oh, Dodo, don't worry, man. Yeah, you have a lot of time. We're going to meet up, man. Don't worry.
Sounds like him.
No. Reece, all now.
Why you have to be so bad? Why you have to be so bad?
You understand?
That's his nature.
Nah, that podcast that I believe in that.
You see?
He's always doctor.
I know you're going to win the argument, so I don't take it back. I know you're going to win the argument. Yeah,
I'm not going to Grenada for Grenada's independence, but I'm going to go back to Toronto and celebrate my independence for Grenada.
Yeah.
No, you know, interesting as you mentioned that. How do people in Canada? What do they do? I mean, do they do similar? Do they get themselves involved in similar activities like us, like cook oil down, whatever?
Of course, you know, first they start off with a ceremony of the raising of the flag, and then they have a church service. And during that time, they also display like arts and crafts and all these things from Grenada. And then they have, you know, to top it off, then, you know, on the 7th, some people do it, it depends on the day it falls. Most people prefer to do it like this Saturday. So let's say it's going to fall on a Monday, Tuesday kind of thing. Most people will do it the Saturday, because at that time, you know, more people are available to go out and do things. So yes, we do the oil down thing, and, you know, it's really, really good, you know. Someone may cook and have a big pot, and, you know, a lot of people assemble and we have fun. So,
and the committees have concerts.
Yes, we do the same thing. So don't think you all alone can do the oil down thing. And then when we call Grenada and say, hey, we making oil down here, Oliano Kalalu, Oliano.
But what, you didn't spinach?
Listen, we have lots of breadfruit and Kalalu in Toronto, you know.
That Chinese color, Chinese color.
Hold on, you see the same thing. No, don't right, because are you saying a flag with an upside down? It's a flag. So anything I look at green and Kalalu.
And I'm not arguing that with her. If it's spinach using, that's fine. It's green. That won't matter.
We get our Kalalu, a lot of it comes from Trinidad.
Okay.
What they get? Scholar, you know, it's Baji they get in you. Baji.
Goddfrey.
It's Baji.
When I go back and I buy Kalalu, I will send a picture or I'll come on We Culture and show you guys the Kalalu. Listen, you have Jamaicans call what they call that spinach thing, they call it Kalalu. Yeah. Right? And sometimes when we can get the little real Kalalu, sometimes people use that, but I don't use it. I always try to get my Kalalu, my real Kalalu, to put in my oil down. Because for me, and another thing is, again, you go up there, people blending coconut and all them things. You got to get back to the real thing. Real coconut.
Yeah.
You know,
and the saffron.
And the saffron powder.
Yeah, but they don't Canada no greater. We can't get in greater. Canada no greater. We can't get in greater.
When I go back, I'll show you my grater. I make sure I came to Grenada, and there was a man that used to make grater. I can't remember his name right now. And I bought 2 grater that went up with it. I gave away one, and I still have my grater. So when I have to make my oil down, real Grenadian style, you hear me?
Like puri. You might be talking about puri.
Yeah, I think puri. Yeah, I feel it's puri, yeah.
Yes.
But Dodo, let me ask you something now. In terms of Grenadians around independence, do you all wear the flag, put it on the car, what anything significant?
Yes, you know what I noticed now? I find in the past a lot of Grenadians used to display the flag a lot more on the vehicle. I find that there is a lack of that right now. And when I did inquire why so many of you have the flags, they said, well, we don't want to be mistaken for, and stuff like that. Because without the flag, they think everybody is from one particular place, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So the flag now is to identify who you are, where you're from. But as I said, nowadays, I don't find I see it as often as before, and I don't know why. In terms of the colors, yes, in particular, I display a flag on my vehicle around Independence Time. And certain events that we go to, we try to incorporate the Grenadian color in there. Probably you mightn't have all of it, but if it's the red and the green or the yellow and the red, this kind of thing. Yeah. And some people, again, they go all out. Even when we have Grenada Day in Toronto, that's when you see colors. I'm telling you, it is so beautiful. When we have Grenada Day in Toronto, man, it's just something to see. It's really, really good. So yes, we do wear the colors and stuff like that. And I am one that always try to advocate people to, when Independence Time comes around, to, just display the colors if it's on your vehicle. Or if you're going out somewhere to a function or something, just try to represent,
Yeah, the pride.
The pride. Grenada to the world, Grenada to the world.
473, are you going to say that too?
Yeah, everybody say that. I tell you, that 473 is the thing. 473 is
the world.
And Jab Nation too?
Nah.
I don't know the Jab Nation much. The Jab Nation thing, I think it's more New York, I think.
Okay.
Nah, man, Jab Nation like a children thing, Reece like a children thing.
What?
But let's invite some more callers. I'm sure people want to comment.
Reece, you go to walk with that jab close ahead. Go forward.
Yeah.
But, what do you mean? I'm posing and things doing.
Hey. I mean,
so folks,
COVID again is back with that again.
Let's go to the telephone. We have a caller. Oui Culture, good evening.
Good evening, Oui Culture.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Happy 49th Independence. I want to welcome this lady, Miss to Spicer. It's so good to finally put a face to the name that is always on Oui Culture. You're part of the team, and we're happy to have you home. Don't eat too much of the breadfruit. Goddfrey and Livingston, while we're talking independence, you're also in the sports season, and I must say congratulations to Yellow Horse from the St. Andrews RC. They won their sports today. And,
was that the only school where Yellow Horse win?
Reece today they came second, right, Doc?
Really? I'm happy too, because that's my house. That's my house. And like in every school leading up, yellow is for last. Yellow is for last.
Good.
So I'm happy.
I want to say good night to Raymond Matthew, the Beast. I miss you so much. Time to come to Grenville on Sundays. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for welcoming me, caller. Appreciate it.
Doc, your boss and you win all boys race. Who wins sports who wins the volley sports today? Which house?
We got a green. They make 500 and something.
Well, you bet green must win. Why you expect?
You know,
you don't see the whole place green is everything.
All the races I'm looking at, green and yellow. I'm a red person. I'm going like, what's wrong with them? Man, I say, no, what's wrong? I'm leaving. I can't start it. And they come third.
Yeah.
Let's take another call, folks. Just a moment. Yeah. Okay, we lost that caller. Yeah.
Do you want to take a few Facebook comments?
Yes, let's take a couple comments and then we will come back to the calls.
Okay, so we have Sonia is saying, Christopher St. Paul is saying, our flag stands out in the world. Sonia is saying, absolutely special tonight, Suzanne. Cynthia is saying, but we have to stand erect when the anthem is sung or played. We have Real Charming is welcoming my sister Dodo. Eugene Licorice is saying each color and symbol on the flag represents something. Then we have Cynthia who is saying, I am laughing as regards our true colors. In the Bahamas, during the International Cultural Foundation celebrations in October, I was in charge of our booth. I ordered t-shirts. The manufacturer brought the finished product at 11 p.m. the night. Before when he dropped up, okay, there isn't a full stop, so let me get this. The manufacturer brought the finished product at 11 p.m. the night before. When he dropped them off, I saw the colors. I told him, this is not my colors. I am not accepting. My husband could not stop laughing. He saw the guy fly through the lobby. But trust me, he was back with the correct colors for 6 a.m. the next morning. A night I would never forget. He told me he got the colors on the computer. I told him I did not give you these colors. So this is how we bad for we color, eh? She went on to say a whole batch was left with me. I was embarrassed to give them away because it was not the colors. Jose said, Dodo, you use spinach and that's what they call Jamaican callaloo. Don't take bait, eh? Don't take bait. That confusion, man, right? Cynthia is saying, I travel with mine every country I live in. Got mine from Moya. Kim K. Lewis is saying, good night, We Culture family. I really it. Yeah, so those are the comments. Don't take bait from Jose, eh? Jose like to really.
Watch, let me tell you something. I know my partner scholar will agree with me. First of all, about this callaloo thing. First, for you to have a callaloo, you don't have a drain. You don't have no drain in Canada. I know that. You don't have no drain in Canada, so you don't know callaloo.
Listen, if you listen to what I said earlier, I said we get our callaloo from Trinidad.
And I told you it was Baji.
Dashing bush.
Baji, I tell you.
Dashing bush, not callaloo.
Baji.
I told you another thing, a dashing bush.
Let's
embarrassing Mr. Hennessy.
Let's take a call. Let's go back to the telephone. We keep losing that caller. No, so but caller, explain to them the difference between dashing bush and callaloo, man.
But Goddfrey, you entertaining that?
No. You like to talk because that it's important that I explain that. You see, because callaloo is something when it grows. You have a middle leaf. That is nice stuff. That's why you put it. That is callaloo.
That is baby callaloo. That is baby.
Leaf on the side and on the side and it's callaloo.
That's callaloo.
So you say from the same tree, from the same plant, you getting callaloo or you go get dashing.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Callaloo, we not Scholar, I did not say we getting dashing bush. I said we getting callaloo, and you just explain what is callaloo. So we are getting callaloo, not
dashing bush tree. That
Trinidad don't have callaloo. Let's go to the telephone. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah. Can you turn the volume of your device down and listen to us on your telephone?
Hello there. Hello. You hear me?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Goddfrey?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What I like to know. Mm-hmm. I would like to know what is the true color of our flag. What I realize, a lot of people don't know the true color of the real color of our flag. And whether school children, big people, you hear they will, if you go down and you ask people, you hear they will tell you red, ice green and gold, gold, yellow. You hear it about 3 different colors.
Yeah.
And you know that even in school, big people, you hear the same thing. You know, the real color.
So, Doc,
I would like to know what is the real color.
So let's go to Doc. Doc, thank you, caller. What's it called?
And Doc, this ice thing, correct me if I'm wrong. This ice thing is a North American thing, you know.
But that's your thing. That's your thing.
No. Don't get me wrong. Doc, listen to me. This ice.
It's not ice. It's ice. It's not ice. It's ice.
Okay.
Ice was a North American show that I remember Dave Louison and them used to be having. Ice, green, and gold. They came down here with it, and everything is just ice. But it was never ice. It's ice. Green, and gold.
Ice,
right?
Great. So
and the colors are red, gold, and green. The ice is the red.
Red, yes.
The gold is the gold, and the green is the green. But not ice. Ice is an American thing.
I accept the correction. Good.
Thank you very much.
So, caller, you heard it. So you know ice, green, and gold. Let's go back to the telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, well, I want to tell you something about calories. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you know, people use dashed egg, Tanya leaf as what we don't use as calories.
Tanya leaf?
Yeah. First time I hear
Goddfrey, show some respect for the culture, please. Show some respect for the culture. What you laughing about?
Tanya leaf. What man? And I go cooking up this, and I say, okay. I say, then now we culture. We don't know nothing about that thing we need there. I tried. The thing was tasting so good. Trust me. Tanya leaf.
Yeah.
It tastes real good.
But Carl, let me ask you now, do they use pumpkin leaf as well?
Well, no, I never started using it.
Okay.
But what I was telling me now, when I talk about oil long, they say when you're making oil long, you must have to you could put a half bottle of oil in it. Because if you put oil in it, it's not oil long. I say, well, coconut doesn't make it oil. He said, man, you don't have to do that. He said, you have to put oil in it. You have to put oil in it. I said, no, boy, we don't do that. I don't know nothing about that.
Alright. Yeah, I never hear about this.
Godfrey, look shocked.
What the? I'm speaking the truth, not more than the truth.
I agree. I hear you, but I just
I just mind telling me what? If you're making oil long and you put oil in it, it is not oil long. I see what I mean. I see the coconut doesn't mean the oil. You say, man, you don't do that good again. Do that. You have to put oil in it. Okay.
Oil down.
So you eat the oil down?
You must put the oil in it.
But did you eat it?
I didn't make it.
Oh, you didn't make it?
No.
Okay. Alright. Sure. Alright.
But I use
fans worse than the We Culture panels.
But I use the Tanya leaf, you know. With due respect, I use the Tanya leaf, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
so let me ask you, so that Tanya leaf, then scratch inside the belly?
But it's not like that.
It tastes good. Can I taste it good?
I thought that would have happened. You have nothing so. Scratch belly, and the man have to eat that still.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, alright. Anyway, Tanya leaf in oil log. Let's go back to
Goddfrey. Sylvina is saying that she has a message on WhatsApp for you to read. It's too long for Facebook, so you check that out.
Yeah, but I'm having some issues with the WhatsApp platform. I'm not sure. I'm not getting it to open. I've been trying, and so I'm not sure what's happening.
But Goddfrey, going back to, instead of just on those small areas, I think earlier on we really looking at, going into the 50th anniversary. And I think I should say most people are looking at what would happen? What would eventually happen? How are we going to celebrate? I probably don't want to go into that, but I also believe that there was an indication that we need some serious planning. We need to refocus our energy in a different direction to set Grenada on a path. And I think when we started off looking at all the areas. Every area we look at and we say, well, does that reflect us? The plan in terms of, we say, the flag, we talk about the anthem, we talk about even some of our landmarks, some of the areas we have as heritage site, and some of the areas that is not marked. What are we going to do about that? So I don't want us to totally lose focus. But what independence, what 50 years mean to us as a people, and how we're going to project. Because going forward, I saw somebody wrote one time, and they said, someone wrote one time, and they say, we have a chance to rewrite or to write our path to development as we go forward. I think we should.
Doc, let me just say this, and I'm very serious about this. I do not think very much about this kind of milestone kind of years, this kind of silver and gold and platinum and all this kind of thing that people think. I don't set much store by these things, honestly, because the truth is that where we going in the 49th year, the 48th year, the 50th, there's no big difference. As a matter of fact, the difference between the 49th and the 50th year is a day. A day, just a day. So the truth is that while we hold these milestones up as great things, really and truly, if we did not do what we are supposed to be doing in the 30th year, the 38th year, in the 40th year, 20 years, then all of a sudden you say, all right, we're reaching 50 years, so we go do this and go, we ain't doing nothing, we ain't doing nothing. Same thing. And let me just say this, that because I am of the opinion that when you look at Grenada as an independent country, and some of the things that we really look to as being the essence of independence, we have lost them with the passage of time.
We have lost a lot.
The truth is that it might just be that after we cross 50 years and we're going down the road, Grenada might just be like Island Road. Grenada might turn Island Road, we're getting smaller and smaller, because the truth is that when you look at things like agriculture and you look at, we ain't doing it now.
And this is where I think we need to look in terms of development.
Stella, I agree what you say is just a day, but a period in your life, 18. Well, now you do second. Okay, you were in primary school, and then you enter high school. Your thinking changed because the responsibility now is different. You're 17, it's a day different, but 18 years is significant, or your 20th anniversary is significant, and then it brings a sense of reflection that while it is a day different in terms of the years, but start to realize, boy, you have to start to look at life differently. And
But
I think it's different. I think it's different when it comes to.
That's supposed to happen, but it could be just another day. When you turn 18 plus 1 day is like just another day. But I get where you're coming from.
But for some people, but it bring we see for some people, but again for a lot of people. For some people, but for a lot of people, it is actually a time to reflect differently. That is all I'm saying.
That's how it is set up, honestly. But the reality is never that true. So you still buy your thing, you reach 18, you reach what and what, and then you turn 18 and you think, and you by sometimes you forget to turn 18. The reality is that is a mindset. I don't know the world set it up so, but the reality It hardly happens that way, and that's why
it's not that there are some privileges, but in terms of the introspection, it is not necessarily so.
No, because that has to start way back.
I agree with you, Goddfrey.
Yes, way back. Let's take a final. Let's take a final call before we conclude. We Culture. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Good evening, caller.
Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
I just want to inform you all that kalaloo is a dish made from dashing leaves.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so you're using the dashing leaves to make kalaloo.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You could also use the young panya leaf, you know, because the dish is what is the kalaloo.
Yeah, find that hard.
No. Scholar, when you dig the dashing, what you get in? You don't know dashing, Scholar?
I think the.
Go ahead,
I think we need to explain more about that because I really don't get it too. I don't get it.
Well, you see, and the color may have a point in a way, but I think in our context, when we refer to kalaloo and Grenadians say you go in the drain and bring some kalaloo, it is kalaloo.
Yeah.
Because we accept that as kalaloo.
But that is
I want to call it differently. For matter of fact, it's only recently I started hearing about dashing leaf. Once you hear you cutting it to make kalaloo soup or kalaloo fish cake, whatever, you go in the drain and you get kalaloo. So if we accept it as kalaloo, in our context it is kalaloo, irrespective of what Google, irrespective of what Google or the dictionary might say or what they might say in Trinidad or the next part of the world. If this is our kalaloo, then it is kalaloo.
So, Scholar, let me talk about something. Hold on. Scholar, let me talk about something here, me and you. So, if kalaloo is a dish, you see, now I have to try to understand exactly what that dish is. If it's maybe, you know, they make it dry, or if it's soup, or is it both of them? Or if not,
certain ingredients
or if not, are we making dashing leaf soup and let's say rice and kalaloo?
No, I think what the caller is saying is that, and I don't mean I agree, but what she's saying is that when it is not cooked, it's not kalaloo.
Yeah.
The only time it becomes kalaloo is when you cook it.
Yeah.
That's basically what she's saying. So when you cut it and you have it there, you just Dodo says she's going to get kalaloo. Not kalaloo, Dodo going to get.
She's going to make dashing leaf from the kalaloo.
Yeah. It's when it cooked, it becomes kalaloo. I don't subscribe to that. Maybe she's right. Englishically. Maybe she's right. But I know in our Canadian context, you're wrong.
Dodo, you go
anyway.
You know, I'm just listening to Scholar.
We're being entertained.
I will not fall for the bait.
Let's squeezing that last call. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Yeah.
Good night. Good night.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Hey, caller, are you there?
Yes.
And the others there too?
Hey, what?
Happy New Year's.
Thank you.
In the most quality way. Now, my understanding of kalaloo. Now, the dashing leaves are the ideal leaves, and according to Scholar, the last leaf thrown out, that the youngest leaf, is usually the softest to cook, and that's what people use most. But nowadays in the market, they're chopping the leaf from the back to the front, and chop it up and give you. You understand? As dashing leaf, but it's the youngest one. But There is another, you see, in Tanya, people hardly use Tanya. The kind of rare or wild Tanya that you see. People hardly use the leaf because it's scratched. The leaves are deep scratch. But there is a type of Tanya. It used to be growing in the cocoa field. As a little boy, my mother used to send me to the cocoa field where the vegetation was soft and green, and you get this kind of Tanya. We used to call it shukako. And the leaf was very soft and ideal for bhaji or soup or to cook with rice as kalalu. You understand? So, oil dung, no, they call it oil dung. Oil dung is not oil dung without these leaves in it. And without the coconut milk in it. And without, I would dare to say, breadfruit in it. It must have these ingredients to which you might put others and make a complete oil dung. And as I'm saying it to you, I feel to eat some right now. Okay, boys? All right. And young lady, I do enjoy it with you all, man. Okay?
All right, thank you.
Happy Independence.
Thank you very much.
All dung, right.
Yeah,
I was just saying to the caller that today I had some good oil dung with crab and callaloo and dumplings and, of course, breadfruit. And it tasted good.
Yeah.
You know, guys, while
always tastes better.
While Mr. Marshall was chatting there, I spoke to Mr. Google about callaloo, and I realized you could you're taking bhaji and make callaloo, you're taking organ and make callaloo.
So
no, that's
what you're saying based on the Google explanation is the product.
What the caller said about the dish. Yeah, well, according to she and Google. But when I'm making oil dung, I must put when I'm making oil dung, I must put my callaloo in it.
In all honesty, to what Mr. Marshall mentioned about the real center leaf or the real callaloo, what we get over there sometimes, we know it's hard. We have to blend it sometimes, okay? Because they take the leaves on the outside sometimes. So what they do, they put like the nice soft leaves on the outside. So you walk into the store, you see a nice bunch of callaloo, you think, well, yeah, that's good. But in the middle of it all, it's the really, really, really hard leaves. And I think that's the leaf that turns into what? The tanya.
Them do not turn yellow, you know.
It's dashing, no, it just get harder. It's dashing.
Yes.
You eventually get harder and fade, but
Yes. But in Grenada here, I mean, like you guys can just go to your callaloo field behind the house, whatever, and pick all the center leaves and cook that, which is very soft. And growing up, you know, you will just boil this thing and then like it just melts away. But, you know, sometimes what we get up there, we have no choice than to use the blender sometimes if we're making soup and stuff like that.
Well, guys, I tell you what, we out of time. That's all the time we have, so we need to do our closing remarks. So, Dodo, we're going to start with you.
Well, I must say thank you all for having me on tonight. It was very informative as usual. And to all the listeners, again, thank you who welcome me. Thank you so much. And I hope to be back again. You know, it's my final days in Grenada right now, so I'll rejoin you guys when I get back to Toronto. Thank you so much. And I will also do something different for this independence for We Culture. So I will give you guys more information next time on the celebration of independence in Toronto, Canada. Thank you again, everyone.
Thank you very much. Doc?
Well, I just a little controversial here. When I finish, I'm going to a Shango.
Where you at Shango?
I can hear the drums. I'm hearing the drums just on the hill by me.
Where you at Shango? Where you at Shango, Doc? In Tivoli?
Dodo, what ancestors?
Who make Shango?
Dodo, I will call you after. Dodo, I would call you after. Dodo. So I'm going to check out. Is the final night, which is the generally the night with most action, by Ian Goddfrey.
Okay.
Oh, by Ian.
Yes. So tonight it was nice to be here, and Goddfrey, I hope you inform our listeners and the listening public about our unavailability, for the next week.
Yeah, well, we'll be here. We'll do a news story, let people know that, because we must inform them that we'll be bringing the Independence Calypso competition live.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to you folks that all day that we want to take this program, we want to continue being with you, we want to continue reaching your need, and we also would welcome feedback, how we could better serve you, etc. as we go forward. But it is always a pleasure being here, imparting information, receiving information, and hopefully growing with the program as it go along. So all the best again for 2023, and hopefully we would end the year together. Not just the co-hosts, but all the major listeners. We will end this year together again.
Right, thank you. Reece?
Okay, so before I give my closing remarks, let me just take some of the Facebook comments. We have Cynthia Elaine is saying, isn't ice green and gold the Jamaican flag, where the black is expressed as in black ice? Well, I tried to explain to her that I don't think that is what it is. Ice green and gold is a Rastafarian thing, and they usually carry the Ethiopian flag that bears our Grenadian national colors too. So I don't think it has to do with the Jamaican flag, but maybe Jamaican Rastafarians using the Ethiopian flag. Yes. So Sonia is saying, I know about Tanya leaf, pumpkin, okra, and potato leaves combined together. I have seen it, done it, and it tastes very nice. Yulin is saying, what I hear in there, you have to put oil in oil dung. So what kind of oil dung is that? That is oily oil dung. We have Maria saying, it's called callaloo because of all the ingredients, everything mixed up. Cynthia is saying, same as when we say saffron, non-Grenadians argue and say it's turmeric. We don't have saffron in Grenada. Yulin is saying, we Grenadians is callaloo. Whether it cook or not, that is how we call it. Real Charming is saying, you're welcome, Dodo. Cynthia is saying, thanks as always, stay safe, happy independence. And Yulin is saying, thanks again, guys. We Culture is very special and interesting. I enjoy every moment of it. Have a great and safe weekend, everyone. So, yeah, tonight was a good night. It's a pleasure putting the face to the name now, Dodo. And now, whenever I think about the licks that used to go wrong in Tivoli with marbles, I can have an image and not just a name, right? I even look at your fingers when you were talking to see how these knuckles are them shape up to do. What was that thing about you passing all these blows, all these blows on those fellas and them in Tivoli? They like to brag about Tivoli.
You know why?
Why?
In Pochi, the only other place listen,
they don't have to.
Pochi was the only other place in Grenada where I get picked sometimes noise.
What do you mean?
That's true.
They go last, they last.
I don't care.
Yeah, so
I don't care.
Dog, I told him I could lose him in poetry, and he told me no, I can't. And I said yes, I could lose you in poetry.
Wait.
Exactly. Don't worry that same Davidian. Don't worry him. Yeah. So it was a pleasure. I totally enjoyed the program tonight. I mean, there was a lot of learnings coming out of it, especially when it comes to Scholar and his arguments. I do concur that things are not necessarily set in stone. We can make changes. Culture is always evolving. We can make changes without, losing our substance and losing who we are as a people. So soca is part of us. There's nothing wrong with getting the anthem like a zest up. Maybe one day we might see. Maybe one day we might see on the other side of the flag. One side of the nutmeg. Maybe the other side we might see like a jam helmet happening there. We could do things because at the end of the day, we are aiming towards identifying who we are, what is unique about us. And these are some of the things that are very unique about us. So I am not one to be set to have things set in stone, you know. I believe that when the anthem and all these things were made, we were there, and it was great then. There's nothing to say that it cannot be greater later on. Yeah. So thank you for all of that, and I want to hear more about that. Have butler oil in oil. Next program.
Finley.
Hey. Well, let me say that we're off to a bang, and it's sad that really we're missing skipping next week, but it's exciting for me because Kaiso. So I'll be there, hopefully to take in some good Kaiso. But let me just say to Dodo, we're going to make up that I am guilty. I did not come and look for you. Honestly, I did not. And so I have to make that up. I don't know how I'll make it up. Maybe get you some good soft color.
Property.
Whatever. But really, darling, it's really a pleasure. I must admit that the face that I put to the name, it was not that face, because I looking at for a big, tough kind of fat lady or something that kind of in marble and thing. But I am Livingston, you and Goddfrey, you should be ashamed of yourself.
By not me, Livingston. I tell you, I was Jesus.
I don't live in like a people are doing the painting. No.
But you do so.
But it was a good conversation tonight, and the truth is that when you think about all of the things and all of the emblems, I mean, we ain't even go to the coat of arms, and these things that you have some like a beast and thing on the coat of arms. Wow, like a beast and thing. Yeah, me don't know. You don't have a dove, the greater dove. They say the greater dove is a dove that come out to the
Yeah, but I grief. A pekao.
But I don't know, but I think some of these things need to be revisited. I honestly think so, because these little beasts and them are there on the coat of arms. And what's the national flower? The national flower is bougainvillea. Bougainvillea are brittle, by the way.
Yes.
Well,
that's why you go get juked.
There you go. So I mean, that we need to change these things. I mean, bougainvillea prickle thing is the national flower. I mean, this is the weapon. That now you're on mute.
And they come in all colors, eh?
Say, Mr. Man, I didn't say we don't have to revisit that on them, no.
I ain't say you say.
Man, you say the anthem good.
Let him give us another feature address here, you know.
And finally, Doc, I don't know if this will become a feature of a thing, but I think as we start, you might have to continue to give feature.
And I was told it was boring.
No, that was just let me tell you. That was joke. No, you come strong. No, you come strong.
I know that.
You come strong.
No, but Doc, and I'll close with this. Your excuse, I tried to polish it up. But truly, Doc and Livingston, but Goddfrey and Reece, they're on the ball with the feature address. But the truth is that it's the first time, so this is just a pilot of the thing.
A practice,
right?
Listen, you have to use that big one. That was his inaugural speech.
That was your inaugural.
Better next time, Doc.
Doc, you do better, because the truth is that He didn't reach future address. He may reach future skirt. So next time we head into address. So no.
Anyway, guys. Let me say it's a real pleasure to have Dodo on the program. She's been following us for ever, and finally we have her on, so it's a real pleasure. We thank you so much, for blessing us with your presence, and we look forward to more of that. Guys, I think it was a great one.
On mute.
Who on mute?
I said, what a shame. All you had to let me come all the way to Grenada to be on here. And there are some people who promised to meet up with me. I ain't taking that.
But don't blame us, because you have a notorious one called Jose Honesto. The amount of time we made arrangements for him to come on that program, and all he doing is docking like a saute's duck. He just docking. Yeah? He go, what they call the place where the water coming up there? In low tongue sautés? The Breakway project? What is it?
The Breakway project.
Yes. Don't call only docking day. So
probably as I came on, so that probably would encourage him to do so.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I would know that it would take a woman to make him come forward. I wouldn't know. Yeah.
So guys, thank you all again. Thank you all so very much. Next week, folks, we won't be here. We will be we have an obligation to carry the Independence Calypso Monarch live. So it's going to be on television and radio, and of course the other social media platforms. We think it's something that is important. It has become an integral part of our independence celebration. So the scholar say he goes sing for the 50th independence. So we're looking forward to that. So thank you all very much again, and we look forward to the following week. Of course, we will tell you what we'll be talking about. Of course, we would endeavor to do a lot more in terms of informing you of the programs. Yeah. So keep with us, follow us, and keep sharing. And of course, we hope that you do enjoy the weekend. Those of you in North America, I know you're going to have a great time with Independence. So again, thank you again, and do have a good night. All the best.